And so, break time's over. Year 3, here we go. Hello, Raw Mithril here once again, bringing you the sweet sounds of the Whales of Squaresoft. Okay, so no. We're actually starting up Secret of Mana, at long last. I promised we'd get there eventually, and here we are. Truthfully, I'm really looking forward to getting this one started. I love Secret of Mana. It's probably actually my favorite RPG. Just something about the overall design of it, I really liked it. Darkness sweeps the troubled land, as Mana's power fades. People await a hero who will wield the sword. Excalibur, Herald, Gigas. The blade has had many names, for it has been celebrated in myths and legends throughout time. Myths told by mystic flamingos, apparently. But all of these speak to just one weapon, the Sword of Mana. So with a bit of backstory out of the way, let's get this started, shall we? We also have a bit of a story here. My first real memory of playing this game goes way back to when it was first released in the US, and we had rented it from the local video rental. Now, these were the days back when, of course, your save file was stored on the cartridge itself rather than a memory card or a password system or anything like that. And so that led to some rather, iffy pranksters, shall we say, that left rather vulgar messages on the cartridge by naming the characters rather nasty things. So yeah, we get to actually name the character ourselves, so I'm gonna go with the names I originally used the first time I played through the game. A little bit of nostalgia there. And thus, meet our hero, Valor. Using the power of mana, a civilization had grown strong. In time, mana was used to create the ultimate weapon, the Mana Fortress. This angered the gods. They sent their beasts to destroy the fortress. And this is why we just can't have nice things. A violent war rocked the world, and mana seemed to disappear. Before all was lost, a hero with a mana sword smashed the fortress. Though the civilization had been destroyed, the world was peaceful again. But time flows like a river, and history repeats. And welcome to Super Flat World. I mean, yeah, you could only do so much, I suppose, with Super Nintendo graphics, and it was impressive for the time. And so here we are, with a boy in a princess hat and Freddy from the Scooby-Doo gang. And we're hiding from the Elder. So, yeah, Timothy and Elliot. Either way, it's a boy in a princess hat, but I believe that's Timothy. And we're not supposed to be here because there's a ghost around. Sounds like it's a mystery, gang. Though apparently there is something shiny near the falls, and hey, I'm all for that. It must be a treasure. We have to find it. And our hero makes a great first showing. Yeah, we're clumsy. Wonderful. We're okay. But we can't get back up that way, so we'll have to look around a bit. Valor! Double question mark! Well, that certainly looks nice and shiny. The village is this way. I have to find something to cut through. Curses, foiled by plant life! Fortunately, there's a nice convenient sword right over here. Valor, remove the sword. Who are you? And what's this sword doing here? Ugh. Bright light. Very bright. And we have a ghost. It is I who asked. The sword. Well, all right then. Say what? You mean this sword? Hey, anything can happen during the bright flashy cutscene. We suddenly have a health meter. But we have to get back. And so we have our first weapon of the game. We have the rusty sword. It certainly didn't look rusty just a moment ago. It looked bright and shiny. Oh well. We can use it to hack through the overgrowth. And now to meet one of the absolute most adorable enemies in any game ever, the Rabbite. But what's a Rabbite doing in a place like this? Now, unlike a lot of RPGs, you actually do the fighting in this game. And that actually leads me to a bit of a point. Okay, so let's talk about RPGs. Just to preface, this is my personal opinion on the subject, no more no less. So first, what does RPG stand for? Repeatedly pressing go? Not quite. Randomly provoking goblins? Well, some of them might as well be. There we go, RPG means role-playing game. And here's one of the bitter ironies of the genre for me. The classic RPG actually tends to make me feel the least connection to the character I'm playing as. I mean, as an example, the way Silent Hill is set up, I start to feel invested in the character. I feel like I'm in their shoes, making discoveries, fighting the demons, and exploring the town. In most RPGs, though, I feel more like, at most, a casual advisor to the main character. If I'm supposedly playing as someone wearing 50 pounds of hair cement and wielding a sword the size of a car, I want to feel like I'm that character, not just making menu choices for them. I mean, can you imagine if Silent Hill 2 was set up that way? Is this battle done yet? Oh, screw this! There, that wasn't too bad. To me, really, the only RPG that I personally have played much of where menu-based combat really made sense is Pokémon. After all, there, you really are someone off to the side giving orders, as opposed to the one doing the actual fighting. Oh man, look at that, Larry. Now that's not to say that I dislike the genre. I do still play conventional RPGs sometimes, they're just not my favorite genre. There are some that I should perhaps give them another go, like Earthbound and Chrono Trigger. That one, yeah, I tried it right before my old computer died, and I never really thought to get back to it. Also notably, Persona 4 won me over with its characters and storyline. I even really liked Final Fantasy IX, and still sometimes regret having sold that one off. There are also those RPGs that add a bit more interactivity to battle, such as Super Mario RPG, which gives you timed hits. However, I tend to prefer RPGs that give you full control, such as Kingdom Hearts, Mega Man Battle Network, Illusion of Gaia, and of course, Secret of Mana. So let's get back to that, shall we? Okay, so with that out of the way, let's move on. Like most RPGs, by fighting enemies you gain experience. However, you gain experience both for yourself and also the weapon you're using. The more experience you have with a weapon, the stronger your attacks with it will be, and ow! Yeah, they may look like harmless little bunny slippers, but they will attack you given half a chance. Once you've made an attack, you do need to wait a little bit to get back to full power. Otherwise, your attack will be weaker. Now we can cut down the grass, but no rupees for us. Apparently the people in charge of this world don't believe in hiding money in the tall grass. A shame, really. I could use some. You definitely want to go ahead and try and fight everyone here so you can gain some level ups for both your weapon and yourself, and maybe even find some treasure. We have candy. Candy is the basic healing item of the game. Oh, I'll deal with you in a minute. Okay, fine, I'll deal with you now, since you insist, apparently. You've been a bad bunny. Meanwhile, just take a moment to appreciate the silly chest opening animation there. It's effective. So anyway, now that we're at sword level 1, we can start charging an attack. And miss completely. There we go, that's more like it. Obviously your charged attacks are stronger. And the higher level the charge attack, the stronger and flashier it'll be. Something else worth noting, you actually do get a free HP recharge by leveling up. So that's rather nice. And we just got the message up there, Rabbite got whacked. That's basically the message of a critical hit. And so, we're home. Did you see that, Valor? A minute ago, something lit up the sky near the falls. I have a real bad feeling about this. I wouldn't know anything about that. And meet Mr. Moti. Also, my mum and I, the first time we played this game, we just referred to him as the Twirly Merchant. On an errand for the Elder? Best hurry along. What'll it be? Can I actually afford anything here? I already have overalls as equipment, and... wow, that's an expensive bandana. Never mind, then. A shame, really. I would have liked some extra armor, but I don't really want to sell off the candy I have. There's a strange guy in here. He looks kinda scary. And apparently he has nothing to say to us. That guy seems to be a knight from somewhere. What's he doing here?